everybody! This week we're going back to the very beginning of the year when we did Domain 1, Fables and Stories. So today we're going to review what a fable is and the characteristics of fables. Remember that fables are very short stories. They teach a lesson, which is called the moral of the story. And sometimes the stories have animal characters who talk and act like people. And remember, we call that personification when an animal does that. And today I'm going to go back and reread one of our read alouds. And the title of this read aloud is The Fox and the Grapes. One hot summer day, a fox was strolling along when he noticed a bunch of juicy grapes just turning ripe, or a group of grapes full of juice, ready to be eaten, hanging on a vine high above. That's just the thing to take care of my thirst, said the fox. He trotted back a few steps, then ran forward and jumped, just missing the grapes. Now, missing meaning not being able to get the grapes, but missing also means to not be in a usual or expected place. He turned around and tried again. 1, 2, 3, go! He said, and he lunged at the grapes with all his might. But again, he missed. The fox is trying really hard to get the grapes, isn't he? He lunged or moved forward suddenly. Again and again, he tried to pluck or pull off the grapes from the vine, but at last he gave up. He walked away with his nose in the air, saying, I didn't want those old grapes anyway. I'm sure they are sour. Now, why would the fox walk away after trying so hard to get the juicy grapes? So the moral of this story is you shouldn't speak badly about something that you once wanted just because you can't have it. So I have some questions for you, and if you want to pause the video to answer them, you can. And you can also, if you want to write the answers down just to get in some writing practice, you can do that as well. So my first question for you all is, do you think this is a true story? My next question is, Aesop's fables were written to teach a lesson. What is the moral or lesson of this fable? Your third question is, do you prefer fables that have animal characters or people as characters? And then my last question for you all is, the plot or the sequence of events in this fable describes the many times the fox tries to get the grapes. In the end, he does not get them. Can you think of a way that the fox might have been able to get the grapes? Okay, so our word of the day today is bunch, and that's what we're going to be doing our word work with. So in the read aloud you heard, one hot summer day, a fox was strolling along when he noticed a bunch of juicy grapes just turning ripe, hanging on a vine high above. Say the word bunch with me. Bunch. Bunch means a lot of things or people grouped closely together. So an example would be, Mom bought a bunch of bananas for breakfast. Have you seen a bunch of something? Do you have a bunch of something? So we're going to do an activity with the word bunch. You guys are going to get to play ISpy today. So I want you to go around your house, or if you are outside with an adult, you can play ISpy and look for items that you see a bunch of. Now, while you're doing ISpy, I want you to get either a journal or a piece of paper. Find something to write on. That's step 1. Take your journal or your piece of paper with you, and step 2 is going to be your plan. So I want you to draw and label the items that you find a bunch of. So I kind of did an example for you. I looked around and I saw a bunch of leaves from a plant. I also saw a bunch of cards sitting on a shelf. Now, once you finish playing ISpy and you have drawn all the things that you see a bunch of, you're going to do your next step, which is your draft. And I want you to write about the objects that you found that were in a bunch, and make sure that you use adjectives in your writing to describe the items, and don't forget to include the word bunch in your writing. And also remember what a sentence begins with and what a sentence ends with. And as you're spelling words, think about those skills that Mrs. Peterson has taught you. So if there's a word that you're not quite sure how to spell, remember to segment the sounds and use that to help you spell the word. And the last thing for you all today is some of the other fables that we read in this domain were The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Maid in the Milk Pail, The Goose and the Golden Eggs, The Dog in the Manger, and The Wolf in, supposed to be sheep's clothing. I accidentally had a typo there. Sorry. The Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. I want you to maybe pick one of these stories and see if you can practice retelling it. You can draw in your draft book and do a beginning, middle, and end. Draw your plan to include the characters and the setting, and then you can retell your story after you finish your plan. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.